today we're going to be removing all the wrinkles from this background. First, you want to head over and click your quick selection tool. Looks like a paintbrush with a dotted circle around it. And we're going to click it and then select our entire subject. Nice and easily. Okay, and then grab all these tiny pieces too that it might have missed the first go around. Looks like you got a little too much here. So to deselect, hold the Alt button while you click it. There you go, that looks pretty good. Once he's all selected, go up and click Select and Mask. This is where we're going to define all his teeny tiny hairs and make it look realistic. You want this button on the left. It looks like a brush with kind of a hand maybe holding it. I'm not sure what that is. That's your Refine Edge Brush tool. We're going to use that. We want our brush size to be enough to cover the hairline and all those tiny hairs that could pop out. Over here, our radius is 4 pixels, so we're going to grab the 4 pixels around the hair. I'm going to smooth them at 7. The contrast is at 2%. I just kind of leave that at 2%. But I'm going to shift the edge in 3 pixels, so it's at -3. Okay, that all looks good. Then you just run your brush around the hairline. I usually only do this on the hair because that's where those teeny tiny bits are going to be sticking out. Okay, let it do its thing. Once it's ready, you come over here and you click OK. Now we've selected the whole subject. But what we want to do is right click, select inverse. That's going to select the whole background that we're going to work on. So then you head over here to the eyedropper tool, click it. We're going to sample one of these grays, whichever gray in here you want to use. I'm going to kind of use this lighter gray. Click the button, it selects that color, and then you can come over to your paintbrush, make the pixel size pretty big, so we've got a pretty big space to cover. My opacity is going to be at 59%. Flow, I usually keep it 100. There we go, and then you're just going to paint it on until you like how it looks. Okay, that's pretty solid. You could leave it like that, just a solid background color, but what I like to do is give it a little bit of contrast. We'll do that over here with the burn tool. It looks like a hand making a circle. If you don't see that button, it might look like a filled in magnifying glass or sponge. Just right click it and it'll get you to the different tools you'll need. This is our burn tool. It's gonna darken our highlights, midtones, and shadows. And I want to work on the mid-tone since this is kind of a mid-tone gray. So my pixel size is pretty big. The range is going to be mid-tones and my exposure is set at 15%, so it's not too dark and it's not super light either. Okay, and then we just kind of, I see it kind of as like a shadow behind, maybe a little bit there. Maybe a little darker. That just gives it a little bit of additional contrast. I think it makes it look a little more believable. And then when you're done, just press Control D to deselect it, and you're ready to save.